Hello guys, hello. Oh, it's a beautiful day. It's gotta be at least 68 today. Oh, I can feel the breeze. I'm in the dawn, early morning as always. What a beautiful day. Man, thank you guys. I thank you. I really thank you for listening to what I had to share. It comes from the universal God. Thank you, all the subscribers. Please, if you're new to my channel, I come to you in the spiritual being form, and I ask you to be also of your spiritual being. Most consciousness teaches you men what the men are doing. I teach you per the law of the universal God why they're doing it and don't know it. So that's what I come. Because also many religions, the message I'm about to give you, they're also guilty of this and also in the same darkness. So also they say they have God, but really not. And I'm going to explain what I mean. Guys, I want you today to look up 1 John, 2nd chapter, 7 through 17. So the message today actually is Great Awakening 2020, Hate versus Evil, per your Age of Aquarius. Great Awakening 2020, Hate versus Love, Age of Aquarius. Because right now, if you hate, let's be point blank, you're not of God. That's dark. I want you to read 1 John, 2nd chapter, 7 through 17. That's the commandment of the old commandment. And John is putting a reminder there. So read 1 John, 2nd chapter, 7 through 17. If you fall into this category, you're not of God. Period. So if you've been going to a church and they don't talk about the media, because media is a part of this, and churches never pointed to you the fact that media, you shouldn't be listening to it, then they're not of God. Also hating. If you hate, you're not of God. You're not of God. God is love. Hate was taught to you per man, and then you keep running the man. Then you wonder why a person like me is teaching, because the churches have failed. So let's give examples. CNN, MSNBC, or Fox. When was the last time they said anything good about Donald Trump or Joe Biden or anybody else political? So we take CNN or MSNBC. When was the last time they said anything good about Donald Trump? I'm waiting. Never. So I wanted to peep in. So just the other day, Donald Trump is trying to give, since there's no jobs, not our fault, because of this fake coronavirus, because it's not a coronavirus. Remember, we're changing seasons. It's Age of Aquarius coming in. It's a Nesera, Gesera law. Media knows about it. They don't tell you. And yeah, I'm being very harsh because this is upsetting. It does make sense. Media knows about Nesera and Gesera. So Donald Trump wants to help the unemployed people by giving us money from the Gesera and Nesera, which is in there. But they try to play it off like, man, they don't give you full news because they didn't tell you about Nesera Gesera, did they? Also, he's going to waive student debt loans. These are all things you should be talking good about. They still found a way to talk negative, yet you still watch it. You're not of God. You still tuning into that garbage, you're not of God. I put it point blank. And then for someone in the church not to point that out, they're not of God either. Because they should know about 1 John, 2nd chapter, 7 through 17. We talking about people that's supposed to be Bible scholars. They don't teach you that. So they failed. These religions are failing. So this is for the people who keep telling you they are of God. They're not. They in the dark. It says it right there. If you're in the dark, you're not of God. I don't know what you're not. And also you're of the world. It says there, don't be of the world. Read that for yourself. I read it, and that's why I'm so upsetting. Back to the schools. Why are schools locked down? Yes, it's more than that. Look what garbage the schools are teaching. Schools don't teach you about your immune system. Schools don't do physical ed anymore. Schools keep promoting science over health, proper health. So, and then schools gonna teach you all those false wars and all the false history. That's why schools are locked down and God's not pleased. So you can look that up too. That's why it's a bigger picture to the school. So if you send your kids back to school, you can, but look, you must teach them. I was not taught coming up, not a fault to my parents, but now I know. So I'm able to teach you. Schools are not safe. They teach nothing about God. They don't teach you about your immune system, eating healthy. They still promoting meats I just told you, meats are not good. Everything away from God. Teach you false history. Because the history books are not correct. They don't tell you about the Illuminati, do they? No. So the schools are in date. That's the system I went through and why I was in the dark so long. I learned from the school system. School system is not of God, man. It's the Illuminati taught stuff. Whoever can remember the best passes. And then and then another thing, they teach you to get a degree, right? 1 degree. Take a round circle like your face, right? That's 360 degrees. Did you know that? So there's 360 degrees, but they teach you to get 1 degree. That's how the world tricks us. The earth itself is round, 360 degrees. Is that right? Yeah. But they teach you to get 1 college degree, one. See? So remember, the world is about numbers. So they don't give you they don't make you the full self. They teach you to be 1 degree of yourself. You are 360 degrees. Look at your face. So just teaching you knowledge, man. I learned that yesterday. God has a lot of numbers, but man knows the man of evil knows those numbers and teach you less, to make you less of yourself. So you can send kids to school because you may have to work, but you need to teach them. You need to find out what they're taught in schools and really go over what they're taught and tell them the truth. Don't tell them to argue with the teachers now, because the teachers are going to be in the dark. But that's what's going on now. These teachers have to be retaught. Once they get rid of Illuminati, the schools have to be retrained. See how big it is? It's really big, because being smart is only remembering. That's how you pass. Whoever can remember the most, they pass. That's what a test is. You remember things. It has nothing to do with anything. Then you get some paper or degree. There you go. So just teaching you, man. I have to be with this tone because I'm not. It's not pleasing. But I need to. That's why a lot of people, we get fooled. We say, "Oh, they of God. How come they not?" Well, it says it right there. They in the dark. And I just pointed you the fact that media never talks love. You're supposed to be walking more towards God and less towards man. So choice is yours. If you still, so you can't get news and then you go search everything because they're not giving you full truth. So the reason why Donald Trump keeps saying the executive package, we have money set aside per the Gesera. They're trying to play it off. That's why he can sign these, because we have the money already there to help us. And the world is changing. That's why the lockdown. The world is changing to Age of Aquarius. It's called a reset. So right there, your media is not giving you full truth. They know about the law of Nesera because they are Satan. They don't want you helped. They are programming you. So you must search everything they say. People of God, you are a spiritual being. So, like I said, you should be, if you are a spiritual being like me, you can see this very clear. As I got out of political system, Jesus had no religion. He had no political affiliations. So why do you do it? He a lot of Christians, I want to be like Jesus. You ain't doing nothing like Jesus. You do everything like the world that's not teaching you nothing. And I just wanted to be aware of what's going on with the school, even more about that. But think about the schools. Think how you were taught. Schools are not of God and teach you everything negative and nothing towards the universal God. So, can you send? Yeah, but now you know the truth about the schools. Why the holdup? The fact we got a fake virus going on and it's like each day almost 80 degrees is an insult to the God's law itself. There is nothing in the air. All the people who are doing it is captured and arrested. Media don't tell you. So they changed a lot of the 5G towers to 432 megahertz. That's why they're putting the wall up in Mexico, because they're about to give us free energy. They're about to give Mexico its own energy, and then they're about to give us free energy. They're about to change a lot of the Mexico to middle class, which has never been done. The wealth is being switched all throughout the world, man. It's being done. They just can't tell a lot of people because they still are in the dark. Even these so-called religious folks. So when someone say you need to show them these scriptures, that's why I give you scriptures to show these people. And ask them why do they do what they do. Then if they still do it, you leave them alone. You already know they're not of God. Because it says it right there. You're in the dark if you don't love. So it's love versus hate. Age of Aquarius is going to be love. So the people who still stuck in the dark age, they're going to have trouble in this new age. Because it's going to be God's reign, man. That's what we're going towards. That's what the struggle is. Satan don't want to let go, but he has no choice. Each day we're getting close. Actually, Gesera and Nesera is already here. That's why you see. So when you see the help, don't fall for the outside world. I just told you it's already released. You can research these things. There's a guy named Charlie Ward. So I gave you another name. Go research him. He talks very clear about Nesera, Gesera, what's really going on. David Snedeker. Go research him. He tells it in depth about all the arrests and all the other stuff. So I name drop you where you can look. If you want more in depth to see who's the people, I just pointed out and tell you where to go. But I tell you the God's law. So I give you God's law why things are happening. And don't worry about the world, only worry about yourself. You can only change yourself. And you can do it right now in this story. You can change your character right now. And if you still do it after I just showed you, then I know you're really not of God. Because you have to do what the word say if you're of God. After I point it out to you and you still do it, then you're not of God. I already know. So you guys take care. Like I said, I do things. I'm that tough love type. I don't give you what you want to hear. I got to give you what you need to hear, because we are spiritual beings and we need each other. We need ourselves to be love, peace, joy, and happiness. That's what we're moving towards. So I just show you why do people do what they do, because they're in the dark. You guys take care. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a great day. Every day is great. Keep our frequency high, and you create your own story by how you think. That's another danger to the school too. They don't teach you that you can create your own reality by how you think. That's of God. So a lot of tricks, but that's the bigger picture why the school is shut down. So you guys take care. I appreciate you. Thank you. Take care.